GROWHEADS podcast at Loud Bank.
HPG. Oh. What's up, everybody? We're back again. I am your man's AC from the Loud Bank, and got my host in the house. We got Taylor from HPG up in here.
What up, everybody?
But it's a Friday night, y'all, and we are back in the house. We got one of the veterans in the media with us. We got another guest, and that would be Palmer with In the Zone podcast. Man, welcome to the podcast.
What's up, brother?
Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. It was an honor, man.
Appreciate the hospitality already, brother.
Oh yeah, man. You know how we gonna do it. We gonna give it to you raw. We gonna give it to you live. So hey, while y'all next to that subscribe button, go ahead and punch that subscribe button and hit the like button and get the notification so you can always be on top of what we doing here with the GROWHEADS podcast.
So today we got Palm Alexander on the show, and we're gonna be interviewing him, and also we're gonna be pressing some rosin. We're gonna be making our own rosin today. So I'm looking forward to that. Palmer's looking forward to that.
Oh, no doubt, man. I mean, I'm getting educated, man.
Yeah, absolutely. He's able to make some concentrate with us today.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna grow my mind today.
Absolutely. So we appreciate you again for coming on the show. And man, so you're a big media. You big in media, man. You've been. When was? Let's go back to the beginning of your career. When did it start? What year?
The first event that I covered, it was the 2003 7-Up shootout.
Okay.
And
that was outside downtown, right?
Yeah, 7-Up shootout, the Kill Center. There's a couple of guys you may have heard of. Sean Livingston played in the shootout. There was another guy that went on to play in the NBA. I think his name was Monte Ellis. Played in the NBA in that tournament. I know it's a few other guys I may have missed out, but yeah, that was my very first ever event that I covered.
That's a classic right there. I remember as a kid going down there, and every corner you had some hoops out there, and a bunch of guys hooping it out, man, trying to win that tournament. And
it was some great energy, because I never forget that year when Darius Miles was playing for Eastside, and they damn near put like 20,000 people inside the arena. But that woman, I got my first credential. Here it is. I'm sitting next to Roy Williams, Bobby Knight, and an NBA scout from the Golden State Warriors, a scout from the Sacramento Kings, and I'm like, wow. Wow, big time.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely, that's dope, man. So cannabis go hand in hand with basketball, any sport. It's definitely a medicine, and the players use it. Whether you know about it or not. So it's really off camera. So, but it's definitely been used for centuries and
relax, pain. After a game, calm yourself down. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you at the 7-Up thing, and so it's something that made you feel like you need to be in that kind of atmosphere?
Yeah, because I always loved sports, and grew up on the north side, being a Cardinal fan, being a 70s baby. So if you was a 70s baby, Ozzy and Willie McGee, and you seeing people that look like your uncles or your father, playing for the Cardinals. So that was a huge influence. But also too, my dad was a huge influence because he listened to KMOX radio. So I'm one of the few brothers that on the north side, O'Fallon neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about Carter, Penrose, Rosalie. You already know what it is over there.
Yeah,
but my pops, but he one of them brothers that he was a militant cat. But he wanted to be informed of the news, so he listened to KMOX. So by proxy, that's what kind of really got me also to broadcast. Listen to Jack Buck on a regular basis, and Jim Holder. Some of the Bob Costas. So growing up listening to that, and then getting introduced to black men like Mike Claiborne. Who's right now, he's on the corner broadcast, and I think he just recently got an extension. You know what I'm saying? One of the first only black man I think working on the quarter broadcast.
Right.
So Charlie Tuna, Demetrius Johnson. So get introduced to guys like that.
Right.
You know, in the
Right.
mid '80s. You know, on a football Cardinals
That's
pregame
crazy,
show.
man. Because you look around and you see what kind of guys you're around. You like, these are some of the top guys in the media. This is where I need to be. I'm in the right place to be right now.
Yeah.
And I need to get to know these people.
Yeah.
And if this is what I'm gonna do, this is my door in.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. And then, you know, in the 90s, when the debate thing started to really was birthed, Channel 5 had something called Sports Plus. So you had, you know, guys like Charlie Tuna and Earl Austin Jr. and Demetrius Johnson on Channel 5. But as a 15-year-old teenage kid, seeing black men on TV debating sports, I'm like, yeah, I want that.
Yeah,
I want some of that. If I wasn't going to hoop or play football or whatnot, I said I want some of that.
And so what's some of the other shows you say you were on?
So I was on a show on Charter Cable called Chalk Talk with Randy Carricker.
Nice.
Randy Carricker, who's right now at 101 ESPN. You know, Malcolm Briggs that was on that show. Ricky Horton did that show. Tony Twist that played with the St. Louis Blues did that show. Jeff Gordon for the Posters Patch. And you know, what's crazy was when I was doing that show, I was driving the trash route in Berkeley, in Bear Ridge. So I hustled so tough, and I wanted it so bad that I would run my trash route till about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I would break the route. I would drive up to Olivet. I would have my change of clothes in my bag. I park my truck on the cul-de-sac in the cut, hit the hazard lights, go in the back door, change or whatnot, go in the green room, they do my makeup, and go on the set, man. Go on the set. Yeah, go on the set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
You was determined, bro. You
taking a note
for you was gonna make sure you made it happen.
yeah,
The bottom line.
yeah, no doubt.
And
no
that's the
doubt.
determination this city got, man. And we come from that, whether we got talent or just the drive and determination. You know what I'm saying? If you got that passion, anything, man, go for it. Definitely.
Yep. You will do it for nothing, just because you love doing what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually you get where you need to be, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I've been extremely blessed. Got a chance to work with Orlando Watson. You know, RP.
Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy Records, working in U City, get a chance to see the hip hop vibe of U City, and man, I'm telling you, we got a great culture in our community. We got so many untold stories. Hadley's is a story in itself, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the place to be, you know what I'm saying, at the time. But I mean, just working in proximity of Orlando Watson and being in Pretty Boy Studio and just watching him work.
Yes, and seeing that
Scratch.
come from nothing, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. And I remember we decided to merge the sports with the music. And so I definitely want to feel like I was pulling my own weight. So, you know, One Dime, you know, one of the groups that he was producing. And so I didn't want to feel like, you know, like, damn, you know, Kill over here just hanging on. I want to bring something to the table.
Yeah.
So they had a song that they were doing, and then it was around the time of the Gateway City Classic, you know, in 2001 when the Gateway City Classic was really popping.
Man.
You know, so Orlando had a record. It was really dope. I took it down to the Blues. The Blues loved it. And then the next day, they played that record on Care Finesse. Frank Cusimano played that record on Care Finesse. And it's like, they wasn't playing Nelly. They played One Dime. I mean, Orlando was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was just, but it was a victory. But it was one of those things like, you already know, man. Like, I'm from the north side. I played in the fire hydrants. I wasn't in the swimming pool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like when you an underdog and you can, those small victories mean a lot.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? They mean a lot. They're priceless.
No
They're
doubt.
priceless.
No doubt. Yep, yep. And so, it was nice coming on your show in the past, man. We had a chance to come over there and stuff. So how long you been at that spot?
Yeah, so I've been in my city, my music, went over there in, I would say, June. And listen, it was different because stepping outside of the box, I had a producer, and you know how like in groups, you can only be together for so long, and when you grow apart, you just grow apart.
Yeah,
And so
right.
now I was in a situation where okay, I can't do the show the way I used to. Let me try another format. And it was a challenge, and it's still a challenge, doing that. However, in that process, I was able to network and meet great people. Expand my networking, and then and that's why I'm here today. If I did not take that challenge on, even though I'm still kind of getting my ass kicked at times, I would have never ran across you brothers. And so, if those who are watching, trust the process. Trust the process. Even though some things may not be going your way, if you make the effort go through it, you never know who you may run into on the other side, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta have that confidence.
Yeah.
It starts with confidence.
Yeah.
You gotta definitely tell yourself that you can do it, no matter what. You're gonna get some stuff, adversity. Stuff gonna come your way. That's the journey we live in. That's the game we call life. So. Just stick with it, you know what I'm saying, and fight through it. You know what I'm saying? The rainy days don't last forever.
Yes, facts.
So with that being said, this is the founder of, the network.
Oh yeah, in the zone.
In the zone.
Yeah, definitely a legend and veteran in the media business, man. All this name dropping, all these people we know that's been on the radio, we done heard these names forever. I mean, these big names, people that's been in the media, man, and you've been around them, man. That's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, it is.
A blessing.
It is, and I've just listened. I've been blessed with some great people that has helped me. People like the late Brian Burwell. That you look up Brian Burwell. He was one of the first brothers to pave the way for people like Stephen A. Smith. Yeah. Because if you think about it, there were no black men talking sports that was suited and booted with the pocket sport like Brian Burwell. And when you watch the sports reporters, back in the day on ESPN, it was the sports version of Meet the Press.
Yeah.
And he was holding it down. And when one-on-one ESPN was in its infancy, he was the only one in St. Louis that had the cachet to go to Bristol, Connecticut and represent for St. Louis. Because he said, I'm Brian Burwell for one-on-one ESPN. ESPN needed that. You know what I'm saying? He was a brother putting it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he was somebody I can call from my trash truck on a Monday morning while I'm out in the Wildwoods.
He's a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Crazy. If folks only knew. Who you calling from the trash truck?
Yeah.
You only know.
Yeah. You only know. Joe Buck been another guy that's been, one of them guys. And I met Joe, believe it or not, after a game in '93. It's an interview with me and him at a golf tournament. And then when he saw me, he showed me mad love because I met him in '93. I paid for my own ticket to the game. I worked at McDonald's, flipping burgers. I didn't want my mother to pay for my ticket to the game. I flip burgers. You know what I'm saying? Northside kids. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't waiting for no handouts. So I met Joe because I wanted to meet his dad because his dad Jack was my idol. If I want to be a broadcaster, I want to be like Jack Buck. And so Joe came out. He like, well, I do. And we always had that connection ever since. He always showed me mad love. When I worked for the Evening World, he granted me a one-on-one interview. You know what I'm saying, with the Evening World. The Evening World, I mean, come on, the Evening World ain't never had Joe Buck in there unless it was he did something that was totally egregious. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of those things. I always just want to give somebody a little something different that they wasn't getting.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And get that representation of where you from.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm
100%, 100%.
And for them to see the representile of, you know, something like themselves, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just one of the things where it go hand in hand, like, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna stand for, what you gonna be about. You know, what you want to be in life, you know, that creativity, that fire, that inspiration. Now, you got to do what you got to do to take care of, you know, what you got to take care of, but always, you know, don't never give up on your dreams. Don't never.
So what do you think about this new world we in, man, where cannabis is starting to be legalized and you know, people starting to open up a little bit more, realize the values of it, you know, the medicinal benefits of using it in different ways and stuff. What do you think about that?
I think it's about damn time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's about damn time. You know, and listen, you know, you talking to a Northside kid. You know, I'm growing up, and you know, listen, you know, watching my aunts and uncles, you know, listening to Parliament and shit like that. And, you know, they passing the joint around, and I'm 4 or 5 years old. I'm passing. I'm sitting in the rotation. I'm passing it. You know, I already smoke. I'm passing the rotation. But it was, you know what I'm saying? It was normal. You know what I'm saying? It was normal. You know what I'm saying? Normal to me. You know, listen to Rick James and you know shit like that. And so I didn't think it was no big deal. And then as I grew older, seeing the medicinal benefits that it do for people. And one thing that touched me was seeing a story about a father helping his sick child in Alabama. Child was having seizures, and he risked going to jail, you know, for his child. And I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be that bad.
Right.
This can't be that bad. And I'm like, if I'm a father, I do the same damn thing for my child.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I became to realize, and that's the thing with people, once you educate yourself more, it's not a drug, it's a plant.
Yes.
Get it right.
Right.
It's a plant. 100% plant. Is it stronger than the Woodstock weed? Of course it is.
Right.
I mean, so is your Folgers.
Yep, or your Starbucks.
Yeah.
All that. Absolutely. So, too much of anything will kill you, you know, abusing things in any format, you know what I'm saying?
And too much of this will just put you to sleep.
Yeah. Put you to sleep or, you know, to where you're going to tap out. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good world, man, where they finally leave us alone. Just go ahead and let people do what they do.
Accept us for who we are and, you know, accept it for what it is because it's definitely got healing tendencies and purposes, you know what I'm saying?
And it's baby steps that we taking to change the law and stuff, so we take it for what it's worth and you know, maybe, you know, as things loosen up a little more in the next 5 or 10 years, it won't be nothing, man. People be having like indica bush in the front yard for landscape.
Right.
No big deal.
Certain strands, all of that, man. I can see that.
Right.
And then, shoot, even certain strands are known for this or that, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be more common and well known.
Yeah, and people like to cook with it, you know. You know, when you go out and just break you some buds, even some fresh buds, chop them up, put them in some salads or use them as some herbs or make you some tinctures or gravy.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, it's a couple of people. I think they follow you. One company, I think maybe Root Buds.
Fruity Buds? Yes.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them more online. So I think I may order me a infused dinner.
I've been trying to get by there on Wednesdays, y'all.
Galactic Wednesdays.
Shout out to Rosin Press.
And STL Space Streets.
No doubt.
They run the Galactic Wednesdays. I think it's in Ferguson.
Okay.
Church Street, 18 Church Street is the address. I got it in my head. I got to do daddy duties, you know.
Yeah.
So. But
Yeah.
definitely gonna get by there, man. Shout them out, you know.
Oh man. Even for the, you know, I don't eat red meat anymore, but they still find a way. They find a way to satisfy you.
You know. No doubt.
I eat it. I kind of stay away. You know, I keep it at a minimum, but I can't get away from it. I just can't get away from it. Just like my pork on the grill, I can't get away from my ribs.
That's
my
all right.
back St. Louis style ribs.
It's all right.
Definitely. So today we got the Rosin Press out, and we're gonna press some. We're gonna make some rosin.
What you pressing today, man?
Okay, we got Larry Lemon Larry Lemon OG.
Larry Lemon OG.
Cultivated by HPG.
How many grams you got in that bag?
I think it's
You didn't weigh that?
close to 5. It's like
Close to 5
4.8.
grams.
Yeah, 4.8 is stuffed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna get it going. It's preheated. It's the Nug Smasher.
What's the temps you got on there?
We got 220.
220. You want to be at 220? Cool.
220. Yeah.
Yep.
Start putting pressure on it.
So, Nug smashing is you know, it heats up and it presses the material down within a little micron bag, so you don't get any materials within the resin that you get out of it. And so he pressing it down to approximately over 100 pounds per square inch, and it's heated up to 220 degrees, and eventually you'll notice that some of the rosin will start creeping out of the bag. Yep.
Larry Legend, right?
Larry Lemon.
Larry Lemon. Okay. I'm just giving him all kind of names and shit. My bad.
Shout out to the rest of the HPG crew. Got Larry in the back doing some engineering for us. Appreciate you, bro.
Right on.
Yep.
Well, I'm fascinated by this, man. I'm watching this shit in real time. You know.
And so in the past, when you did the press, the last time you did the press, you had how many grams and wound up how much rosin in it?
I think it was about the same amount. It was a little over 4 grams, a little over 4.5 grams, and we got right under a gram. I think it was 0.9.
That's pretty good. Pretty good results. So
Good. Still ain't got nothing going.
Larry Lemon.
So this is a concentrate that's you pretty much no solvents used in making this. You're just pressing it with pressure, and whatever you get out of the bud is all that concentrate, THC and precious oils.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, and so a little bit about your show, man. When is your show aired?
It airs every Monday from 6 to 7 at My City, My Music.
My City, My Music, 6 to 7 every Monday.
Yeah. And I'm running all the way until the end of November, and then the show is going on hiatus. For a short while, and then but when it comes back, it's gonna be definitely an MF. It's gonna be a Mary Francis. Definitely a Mary Francis.
It's gonna be a Mary Francis.
Cause hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
So definitely, man, you out here broadcasting high school football games. You're doing the hockey for the Blues.
Man. Brother up there, man.
Brother out there, man.
You hear that?
And then
announcing for the Blues.
Not only that, you the first non-grower on the show we interviewed, man. So you the real talk, man.
I feel like a unicorn. I feel like a unicorn.
Man,
I mean, couple of hockey,
man, it was important that we have you on the show.
We talking about
a veteran in the media right here.
You can be whatever you want to be, and this is definitely a room to show it.
Man, this what's up, man. And like I say, it's dude, it's not many times I'm always interviewing people,
right?
And so now like y'all, you just throwing when you throw questions at me and stuff, man, like, oh my goodness, I'm like, oh shit.
You usually on the other end of that.
Yeah. I mean, you actually some great stuff, man. I mean, like, yeah.
But that's all good though, man. But what I really wanted to know though is oh yeah, you got something coming out of
I
that.
got something. I think I ain't stuffed the bag correctly.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. It was a user error.
Hey, that's how that goes sometimes.
That goes like this sometimes. But we got a bag up.
We got a bag.
We got a bag
all
up.
good.
We new to this.
Yeah. So what I wanted to know, man, You know, like, you was with all those big names, and you seen all them faces, and you know, you sitting there lurking in the background, sucking up information, and seeing how they do their thing, and you probably had a mentor that took you by the bootstraps every now and then and taught you a thing or two. Is you seeing somebody look young, watching you and soaking up what you doing and lurking around and saying, yeah, I'm with some, you know, doing the same thing you did when you was younger? You see that in anybody?
I'm always on the lookout for that person, you know, and I want him or her, you know,
yes.
to come on board, because it's all about, I'm all about giving it back, man. And the one thing that I'm going to leave St. Louis better than I found it when it comes to in me.
Right.
And the one thing when I worked there 12 years at the American, I was proud of what I did over there, because I decided not to just sit up and write a damn recap of a football game, you know. So I decided to stretch the boundaries. So I went out and worked on. Hey, when Channel 4 let me come up and sit out there and shoot that one-on-one with Maurice Drummond, and I did 2 interviews with Maurice, but the one I did in Channel 4, I did it inside their studio. You can go on YouTube, you can see the interview that I did with Maurice Drummond. I ad-lib, I was so in the zone, and no pun intended. I was all the way at 35,000 feet. You feel me? I was at 35,000 feet. But I want y'all to know, even when I'm lifted, when I'm in the zone, I'm locked in. When that motherfucking light is on, I'm on.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm that guy. Anybody that's watching, if you want to be a part of the InDa network, I gotta design the framework where it fits whatever you are an expert at. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm kind of like that Master P, you know, like running an independent label. You know what I'm saying? You got talent and whatnot, man, come holler at me. You know, because what it is tailored to whatever you do. Whatever you do. If your expertise is lampshades, come on, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody know that shit better than you.
Right.
So if you talking about what you're an expert in, you're going to excel. You know, if you're an expert in lampshade, I'm not going to ask you what does a dung beetle do for a living. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with the network. So when people want that opportunity, young people, whatnot, you know, I believe in just like, all right, I want to hear what do you want? What are you looking to, you know what I'm saying, to achieve by this experience? I want you to get something out of this. You know what I'm saying? It's important. You know, bro, I had a student at George Mason University reach out to me about 6 years ago. His professor was reading me. And you know, it was during the time when the Rams were moving. I was reporting on a whole lot of stuff. And man, that's when that's another one of those moments, man, when it hit me like somebody's watching. Just because nobody's saying nothing don't mean nobody's watching. You know, a professor.
Absolutely.
And George, you know, Mason University, like, hey, so recommended me to one of his students, and his student reached out to me, and I'm feeling like, you know, a lot of people throwing shade and shit like that because, you know, I wasn't playing grab ass, I wasn't in those cliques, you know, I was a straight up loner.
Right.
You know, I was straight dolo the whole ride. So it was a couple of waves that, you know, I definitely should have got on. I had a surfboard, but hell, my black ass wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, that made me more the person who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm paying that shit for. I'm gonna keep on doing it.
That's cool. That's cool, man. That's good you acknowledge that. Damn cool. Yeah, so So it's gonna be a different kind of clique, you know, just getting involved with the new system and stuff. You know, meeting growers. We know a lot of growers and people that's in the cannabis industry and feel like we, you know, in our area, you know, we're gonna be veterans and legends in this stuff, you know, 10 years down the line, they're gonna be saying, yeah, that Loud Bank and HVG, they've been doing this since way back when.
Right.
Right, because I'm in it to win it, man. I mean, I got a lot invested in what I'm trying to do. So, you know, it's good to see that, you know, there's other brothers out here doing the same thing. Yep.
Yeah. And you know, shouts out to you know, to your family too. Like, been good to me. Like, even back in the day, you know, like I mentioned, like being on trash truck. You know, for somebody to see me and just like looking at me working, and they're like, I see something in you. I want you to be part of something, and that's how I met Baby Huey.
Wow.
I met Huey when he was 14.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I got when I did my very first show. So it's a like, life takes you full circle for a reason.
Yeah.
And so I told my oldest child, I'm like, I don't think I would change anything. I would never, you know, go back because of the people that I've met now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to play your hand out, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't bitch about it. You know, man up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Man
know,
up.
man
That's
up.
all.
Right.
That's all you
You know,
gotta do.
Play your hand out
Because
because
if you get in your feelings, you're gonna lose your time.
There you go.
Because you ain't gonna be able to get that time back
There
if
you
you're
go.
already sitting in your feelings.
there you go.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And you
You have to bite the bullet.
and then you miss connecting with good brothers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You know, because you're in your feelings.
Right.
You know, because the good brother's gonna help elevate you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're gonna bypass that ignorant shit.
Mhm.
You're like, no, I like what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, if you want to keep up with the Joneses, I want to keep up with that kind of Jones.
That's right. Exactly. That's right. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got Palmer in the studio. Y'all, this is a legend in the media. Right here is a veteran in the media. And you know, it's opportunities. If you interested in being in the media, hey, you need to talk to Palmer. He's got the hookup. He leads you down the path that you need to be on. You know, even if you're not doing nothing but just sitting back and getting some advice or talking to a brother. So what's the best way to get in touch with you, man? Is it like on social networks or?
Yeah.
Website or-
I'm on. We got a webpage, in the Zone Network, ntznetwork.com. I'm on Twitter, NIG, Twitter heavy, and I'm gonna tell you a little reason why I go heavy on Twitter outside Facebook. You know, no disrespect to people on Meta,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, Facebook is like a community swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Twitter is like swimming in the ocean. Once you swim in the ocean like a killer whale, not a shark,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because killer whales eat shark. So sharks are definitely not the apex predator.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather be a wolf of the sea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get off that shark mentality.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because wolves eat in packs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's family.
Right.
That's a family mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we need to be in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
We are a family. I grew up on the north side where the whole block raised each other. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, different.
You take a village.
A village. I was raised by a village. You know, it's not dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dead. Watching, being a part of Canawayne, watching just the HPG family was one of the best parts about Canawayne last year. Even though the crowd wasn't what it was, but the HPG family. It was something about it. It resonated with me. I'm like, no, that's love. It's have differences, but you can just, it's something that was real authentic about it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that. That they came down, they did a hit for our 420 show. It was super authentic. I just love this the whole family vibe that I got.
Yeah.
You know, and I recognize that. And it's something I haven't felt in a long ass time. I'm like, yeah, I want to be a part of what they've been doing. Any kind of capacity.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I've got the same kind of feeling.
Yeah.
I'm hooked up with them, and that's why we together today.
Yeah.
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 With some cool people and stuff. And it was a family, and they was tight knit, and they always going for the same goals, and seemed like you know, they had their stuff together and show up at all these events and marketing and branding like all hell. There's gonna be something big in a minute popping off.
And they roll deep. I mean, you know, that's family.
Deep.
You know,
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
deep.
Yep,
You know, roll deep, and
So that's a good thing.
just like I say, just good people, and kind of goes against the notion like, you know, people in St. Louis got bad attitudes and all that other kind of, you know, shit like that. Like really, HPG is really just like just the way they from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? Like again, you definitely want to be a part of that.
Right.
In any kind of capacity. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I say, hey, that's why I'm here.
Right.
That's why I'm here.
bro.
Yeah, we definitely want to help anybody that wants to help themselves. I appreciate that, Palmer, by the way, and AC. Means a lot, you know.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep, that Canada Wing coming up this Saturday night. Yep. It's gonna be off the chain.
Oh man, I
It's
can't
gonna
wait.
be crazy.
I can't wait. I'm still trying to get ready. It's crazy.
Yep, shout out to Elite and High C and all those other sponsors. Sanchez, yeah. Sanchez.
Oh, man,
shout
that's-
out
And all
to
these
Sanchez,
sponsors,
yeah.
man. DJ Climate.
It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. So yeah, get in touch with them, y'all. Get up with them on IG, and I'm not sure the location. I wish I could give you the
It's
location.
1850 Hogan.
Hogan, yep.
1850
Old
Hogan.
North
There you
Side,
go.
right?
Yeah.
Old North Side. Not too far from downtown.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's gonna be great. We got an artist, Big Fail. He gonna be performing
Okay.
song. You know,
That's dope.
Yeah, We're St. Louis. The song called We're St. Louis. I don't know if you guys had a chance to hear it, but you know it's gonna be added to the pantheon.
I heard it.
Yeah, the
You
We're
had
St.
you been
Louis.
promoting on your story. I know exactly.
Yeah, I promoted on my stores. Yeah. And listen, we're just trying to add it to the pantheon of great St. Louis anthems.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? We can't never have enough great
can't have
St.
never.
Louis. And listen, this is the time we need to rally around something anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
Bring it back
the
to
time.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the time. It's that time. It's definitely the time.
Yep, no doubt. So again, man, you can get in touch with Palmer at their website. What was that again?
Yeah, at ntznetwork.com, and you can follow me at the legend KIL. One Ellen kill, but kill still kills.
And hey, he say he do the Facebook, but it's mostly on the Twitter, right?
Yeah, Twitter and IG. You will find me there.
Okay,
that's
Twitter.
why I swim.
That's good.
That's why I swim.
That's where he swim. I hear you, man. You got any other good things to say, or you got any last things you wanna let folks know, man?
Listen,
about Mr. Palmer.
hey, well, listen, just stay tuned to the network. We're steady growing this thing. We definitely going to have an imprint in the cannabis community, you know. So, Willie Home Brewers, HPG, whatnot. So we far from done, and
Just the beginning.
It's just the beginning, and I have the philosophy of casting the net over the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, this shit is bigger than St. Louis. Bigger than St. Louis. So, you know, hey, let's just keep growing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Let's grow.
Yep.
Let's grow.
Only the strong gonna survive.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So yeah, man, it's been great, man. Appreciate you coming out, man. I want y'all to follow the GROWHEADS podcast on Instagram. You know, at the Loud Bank on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff, and of course, _
HPG. We appreciate y'all watching. Please click that like button, share, subscribe. Until next time, GROWHEADS Podcast.
Alrighty, peace, y'all. Thanks again for showing up, brother.
No doubt, man. Anytime, man.
Thanks again.
All right, my brother.